In this video, I'm going to be comparing the 501st Battle Pack to the 501st Battle Pack.
This is getting out of hand. Now there are two of them.
We'll be scoring these sets based on the quality of the minifigures, the builds, the army buildability, the value of what you get in the box, and the M&R/fan opinion. All of that will lead us to a final score, so make sure you stick around to the end to find out which 501st Battle Pack wins. Released in the summer of 2020, the original 501st Battle Pack set was the direct result of fan demand, with the hashtag #WeWantA501st Battle Pack movement. It included 285 pieces and 6 total characters for a price of $30. 2023's 501st Battle Pack is releasing just following the retirement of the original, a sequel of sorts to the original 501st Battle Pack due to its immense popularity. This one with just 119 pieces though for $20 and 4 minifigures. What's included in the 2020 box is a large instruction manual with the same box art and a pretty sizable sticker sheet. The 2023 501st Battle Pack, no sticker sheet to be found, a much smaller and less detailed instruction manual, something that LEGO Star Wars and LEGO as a whole changed over to in 2022, claiming it creates a more coherent unboxing experience. I'm not seeing it. Now, of course, the 2020 set included a couple of extra battle droids on top of the typical 4 minifigures for a battle pack, and that's because LEGO, of course, increased the price to $30, and they wanted to help increase the value to consumers, yet not cut too much into the additional profits they would be making by doubling the price of a battle pack at the time. You got 3 regular 501st clones and a 501st Jetpack Trooper. They use a mixture of Clone Wars and movie-accurate armor to kind of create a hodgepodge of armor styles, which is aesthetically pleasing, yet not particularly accurate to one piece of media for the Clone Wars era. The worst aspect of any figure in this set, though, is the lack of dual molded legs for the Jet Trooper, something that certainly should have been there. The 2023 501st Battle Pack also could have used those dual molded legs for the 2 501st Heavy Troopers on the right, and that's something LEGO could have carried over, much like they carried over the exact same regular legs for 3 of the troopers that they used on all 4 troopers in 2020. The one character that did get unique legs, though, was the 501st Officer. His legs do have a waistcape print on the front. Printed waistcapes are far inferior to the physical wastegapes that we've had in years past. Now, LEGO did change it up with all of the torsos for these newer clone troopers, with a couple yellow markings for the specialist on the left, the officer to his right with the completely blue belt, and the 2 heavy troopers with different blue markings and straps for their satchels, but no satchels. Finally, for the helmets, all 4 of which have the new accessory holes introduced in the 2022 ATTE, the first of which makes great use of the macro binoculars. Really great to see something modern there versus the other clones, which receive really outdated accessories in a rangefinder and the 2 visors that were introduced in 2008. At least they got nice backpacks, though. When it comes to the vehicles for these sets, it's a pretty lopsided affair. For the $30, you got 2 essentially full-fledged vehicles with a 501st BARC Speeder and a 501st ATRT, versus the 2023 $20 battle pack, you just got essentially a Microfighter Republic AV7 cannon. Now, the 501st ATRT was heavily criticized for its use of a stud shooter in lieu of a regular blaster at the front, and it's something that does look a little bit derpy from a build perspective, but everything else about the 2 vehicles I think is spectacular. The ATRT is a full-size ATRT, and many people say it's over minifig scale, and I agree with that. It is too big to be minifig scale, but you would have to therefore apply that same argument to the cannon here and say it's way undersized. All 3 builds can hold 1 minifigure, and at the end of the day, I think the newer 501st Battle Pack has the better build because of its built-in spring-loaded shooter versus the stud shooters on the older set, and I also think it looks better for a display. Like, it's a nicer looking build in general. It's less harsh on the eyes than the blue of the 501st. Not that it doesn't look good, but I just think this build is a little bit better. Now, of course, both sets are battle packs, and because of that, we have to view them through the lens of army building. Which of these sets is going to help you build your clone army better? Now, if you're looking for just sheer number of troopers, for $20, you get 4 troopers in the 2023 set, and for $30, you get 4 troopers in the 2020 set. You're getting more bang for your buck with the newer set. The original set includes 3 regular troopers, 1 jetpack trooper, and 2 battle droids, which means you can simultaneously build your droid army alongside your clone army at $30 a pack. It's actually not all bad. When I've seen a lot of people asking specifically for droid battle packs, it's like, well, it's always kind of been there while you're building your clone army. And on the other side of things, we have specialized clone troopers with a sniper, an officer, and 2 heavy troopers. And those are the types of clones that you just don't have a whole ton of within a clone army. It's like you only have one Captain Rex, and as such, Captain Rex is in neither of these battle packs because he certainly doesn't belong. But because these characters are typically more limited in an army, it becomes a set that you maybe only want to buy 5 or 10 of instead of, I don't know, 20 or 30 of. Or if you bought 10 of these sets, maybe you only want to have 2 of these sets to go with your army. It's that sort of thing. So I think in pretty much every case, as far as sheer number army building, you're going to want to be buying the 2020 501st Battle Pack, but to bolster out your army and add some specialist troopers to it, of course, you're still going to want the 2023 Battle Pack. You're just not going to buy as many. So they're both good for army building in their own way, but for army building in the traditional buy lots of clone troopers way, the 2020 set takes the cake. $20? $30. Which 501st Battle Pack is better value for your money? I think we can do some pretty easy math to figure this out. So we have 4 Clone Troopers from the $20 set and 4 Clone Troopers from the $30 set. Those cancel out, get them out of here. We have 2 builds that are kind of equal size, equal pieces from both sets, and that leaves us with $10 extra for the $30 set. Gets you 2 battle droids and an ATRT walker. Battle droids run maybe $2, $2.50 each, and the ATRT is certainly worth $5 or $6. So I think it's an even value. I think the smaller $20 set is worth $20, and I think the $30 set is worth $30. And for our final scoring category, I have both my opinion and the fan opinion lumped into one. I did a fan vote on one of my live streams and received 2,235 votes, 62% of which chose the 2020 501st Battle Pack as the better battle pack of the 2. And the same opinion is echoed by me here. I think this 2020 501st Battle Pack is the better of the 2 battle packs, mainly because the Clone Troopers have less errors. I think if they did go the extra mile with these Clone Troopers and give them dual molded legs and give the macro binoculars a stripe and maybe make a new helmet mold that only has a hole on one side for the antenna clones, because that would certainly also be beneficial for Rex in the future, maybe this battle pack is a better battle pack. But when your Clone Troopers feel half-assed, I just can't not pick the other set where it doesn't quite feel that way. Yeah, the Jet Trooper could have used dual molded legs too, but that's one thing versus like 4 pretty distinct problems with this newer set's Clone Troopers. As cool as they are, as nice as it is to get a diverse set of Clone Troopers for your 501st Army, that doesn't mean they don't have problems. Our final score is 4 points for the 2020 Clone Battle Pack and just 2 points for the 2023 Clone Battle Pack. Although I think the score is a little misrepresentative, it doesn't mean you shouldn't buy the 2023 Clone Battle Pack. I think everyone that likes Clone Troopers should own at least one of each of these sets. To me, the score is just more indicative of LEGO's carelessness with details now. Since its release, I've literally bought hundreds of this original 501st Battle Pack, but the newer 501st Battle Pack just doesn't quite get me going the same way, and I could see myself topping out at maximum around 20 of this newer battle pack. Let me know in the comment section below which one you think is better, and also if for some odd reason you plan on buying more of these than you bought of these.